Welcome to Care Simplified channel once again. This is activity 3 that talks about the input devices, specifically the scanners. That could be the normal scanner, barcode scanner, or the biometric input. So 3.1, identify the image below and state the function of this image. The first thing is to name this image, and then you give the function of this image. Now, this image is called a QR code, which stands for quick response. Quick response. Quick response code. Now, the function of it is that they store information that can be scanned and decoded using a scanner in order to access digital content. And when we talk about digital content, we mean it could be website for payment or for product details. Or in short, can be scanned and linked to get access to digital content. Or you can say scan and link to a website. So here you can just say website and you'll be given the mark as well. But then what I want you to know is that it's not only website, you can also link it to payment or to get access to product details. Right. 3.2, 3 advantages of using the QR code. 1, quick and easy access to the information. They can store large amounts of data as well. It can be scanned with different mobile devices like smartphones. Cost-effective and reduce paper waste, or in other words, they can also promote green computing, enhance user engagement with digital content. So these and many more: quick access to information, storing large data set, scan with different devices, and can also reduce paper waste. Now, 2 advantages of the barcode scanner. Now, barcode scanner for the input of large amounts of data. When you go to most of these point of sales like Pick and Pay, that barcode there, the scanner, what are the advantages of it? Increased speed and accuracy of data entry. What does that mean? When you scan it, it easily gets access to the data or to capture the data. Secondly, reduce human errors in manual input. Instead of you to capture the code or the item, product, or the information manually, this one reduces that. It saves time in retail and inventory management. It can be integrated with database for automated update. That means that whenever you scan and then the item is scanned, it gives a better stock control. So here you can just say better stock control. It can give you an update how many items are left from the database. Improved efficiency in stock control. Yeah, this is what I talk about here. Efficiency in stock control as well. So increase speed in data entry, reduce errors, and saving time in retail services and then management. Right. 3.4, what type of medium does RFID tag use? RFID stands for radio frequency identification. Radio frequency identification. So radio frequency identification, they use radio waves. 2 advantages of RFID tags. The RFID tag, 1, can be read from a distance without direct line of sight. Can store more data than barcode, more durable and resistant to environment, can track multiple items simultaneously, faster scanning processes. You know, barcodes, we use them in so many ways. When you talk about the use of barcode, of the RFID, sorry, For runners, we use RFID. Also, when you go to e-tolls, they use the RFID. There are other tags also for animals to check them. They use RFID as well. Now, 3.6, name the software needed to change a scanned image into text. And that's the OCR, optical character recognition. They are able to convert a scanned image into text. Then the next question, 3.7, explain what each of the following means with regards to a scanner. DPI, dot per inch, that's the resolution of a scanned image, and then the color depth, the number of bits used to represent the colors of each pixels, which affects the quality of the images scanned. So this one also, the DPI, which is the resolution, makes it better. The higher the resolution, the better the quality of the images displayed. So in this situation here, the more the number of dots per inch, the better the quality of the images displayed. And then 3.8, state 2 other ways to get documents to soft copies besides scanning. So in other words, how can you convert images, which is the hard copy, into a soft copy apart from scanning? You can use your digital cameras to take photos, or using smartphones, typing it manually using Microsoft Word, or using OCR, or downloading a digital copy from an email or website. So these are the ways of getting a document into a soft copy. 3.9, how would you transfer file from one smartphone to another when you are using NFC? NFC, which stands for Near Field Communication. Near Field Communication. So how does NFC work? When you bring the two NFC devices closer together, they must be close or they touch each other. Then there will be file sharing. This question came also last year, 2024 examination. How does NFC work? By bringing the two devices close to each other, and then in order for the files to be transferred or data transfer through the near field communication. So that is how it works. Even for payment, they must touch each other, and then there will be a transfer or maybe payment taking place. Right, 3.10, besides transferring of files, state 2 other uses of NFC. Contactless payment, like Apple Pay, Google Pay, they use NFC. Access control and security systems, like key cards. Smart posters with embedded information, pairing Bluetooth device quickly, and digital ticketing for event and transport as well. These are other uses of NFC. Now, define the term biometric input and explain the purpose of it. Biometric input is measuring unique biological features for identification or authentication purpose. And then the purpose of it is to enhance security, or they ensure security. So biometric is measuring unique features like fingerprint, facial recognition, and the rest. And the purpose of it is for identification or authentication. Now, give 2 examples of biometric input. Here, when they talk about biometric input devices, you need to bring the device name. But when they talk about the biometric input, then you don't have to include the device. They mean the features. Fingerprint recognition, facial recognition, iris recognition or scanning, voice recognition, and hand geometry scanning. These are the features. But if they ask the question, give 2 biometric devices, then you need to talk about fingerprint scanner, not fingerprint recognition. State 2 advantages of using biometric input: more secure than password or ensure security, It cannot be easily forgotten or lost. Faster authentication processes, unique to individual, or in other words, it's tied to one person. Convenience for users also. You don't need to remember your credentials. So these are the advantages of biometric input. Now, give 5 general advantages of having hard copies scanned and saved in a digital format instead of the soft copy. Scanning or saving something in a digital format. What are the advantages? 1, you can store data and share digitally. 2, large document can be scanned and collated into a single one, like in PDF. You can scan so many documents and you put it as one file. 3, scanned copies need less physical storage space where you are storing. In other words, the hard drive can hold thousands or millions of documents. It is faster to scan, or it's a faster way of using a scanner and OCR software instead of retyping the document. Scanned copies can be shared electronically rather than through the slow physical process of email or courier services, or mailing or courier service. So let's say you are sending something to somebody outside your town. It's easier to scan and share instead of going to give it to a courier service, which can take days or weeks. Give 2 scenarios where it is preferable to use RFID tag instead of the conventional barcode. In other words, where you can use RFID for e-toll, stock control, pet or animal tracking, and access control systems as well. So these are the ways of using RFID. This is different from the advantages of RFID, which we talk about it here in question number, that was question 3.5. This is the advantages. And this one is the uses of RFID. Right. So these and many more are some of the questions, sampled questions regarding the scanner or the input device like biometric devices, and then the radio frequency identification. Thank you for your time.